Welcome back, everyone, to another Fuel Esports broadcast. It's reading week, but we have gone nowhere. We are here bringing you another Valorant match, unfortunately, with last night being canceled. We still have some tonight, and I am, of course, joined by our lovely, everyone's favorite showcaster, Dragon.
Hello! I'm really excited for tonight. It was unfortunate that the last Valorant game last night got canceled, but fortune favors the bold, and we now have a Valorant match coming up. It's going to be our Fuel Academy team versus Nichols College. I'm really looking forward to this match.
Yeah, first game for the season for Fuel Academy. Obviously, the NACE season just starting today, and this is, of course, the roster. Two new additions this season on top of the returning Nagi, Ethan, and Kugo. Saint, new player coming in from the tryouts, and Claro Lover coming down from the main roster after wanting to take a little focus on studies. Still sticking around to come back to Academy. They've had a lot of fun playing with each other so far, just kind of playing rank. But this is going to be the first time we're going to get to see them on stage against Nichols. I'm excited to see them.
I'm excited too. And you said what? This is ACAD's first match for them?
Yep. NACE Club season started today. This is the first game for the entire league.
Okay.
There is nothing else extra that has happened so far.
So with this being the first match of the league, and that goes, I assume, for all teams, this is going to be the benchmark for especially these two teams. It's going to be the benchmark for Fuel and the benchmark for Nicholas. What they bring to the table tonight can determine the momentum for how the next future matches for these teams are going to go. Do we have confirmation that, yes, maps are Bind, Breeze, and Haven? I assume yes, This is it. Bind is a lovely map. Some paid it, some love it. Haven is being the decider. Map 3, that's very decent. Breeze, I don't know much about.
Breeze just got reworked before it came back. If you're looking at it on the thumbnail here, it's actually changed quite a bit since that image.
Really?
They changed a lot of the pathways for the attackers to get to site. Both sites kind of got a rework. Mostly the A site got a rework, but it'll be interesting to see. I've actually only got to play it once, and it was during the tryouts when I was kind of just helping fill the games. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm interested to see it because we are at least going to be guaranteed to get that. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I believe we're just waiting right now for the matches to get ready. So we're going to take a short break. Hopefully won't be too long. Hopefully we can stick with it, and hopefully we don't lose our power. There's a bit of a thunderstorm right now, but we're going to have some fun.
A bit of a thunderstorm? It's a lot of a one.
Depending on where you are, but we'll stick around as long as that sticks with us. We'll see you soon.
Service is open to all Fanshawe students and offers a wide selection of consoles and games. In the Fuel Station, people can play a variety of games such as Valorant, League of Legends, Super Smash Bros, and many more. The Fuel Station is open at J2018, 10 to 10 on weekdays, and some days could be closed for early private use for Fuel Esports matches and broadcasts. If you want to know more about Fuel Esports, check out our socials, or just come to the room and check things out for yourself.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I will soon. Know as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this week's.
And here we are, starting with our Agent Select, Fuel Esports, starting off on defending, Nichols College on the attack. The map one is Bind. This is my first time in a while casting ACAD, so I wonder what the pacing difference is going to be compared to main team. Is it going to be similar? Is it going to be a little more on the slow end, or are we going to be seeing some fast-paced chaos more so?
So if I'm just going off of what I know from these guys, I've played a lot of Valorant with most of them over the last couple of years. It's not going to be slow. These guys are definitely more of a kind of run it down. They're going to play fast into them. Interesting to see for Nichols. The Sage coming out will slow things down a little bit, but hasn't really been much of a bind pick recently. We used to see it a lot just for the denial and hookah, but has not been seen very often recently. Curious to see how that'll go. Chamber, I did do a little bit of research. It did look like Basher was mostly a Chamber player. Actually hasn't really played much in the last 3 years, to be completely honest with you, from what I looked. So I'll be interested to see how this goes. Nichols hasn't been in Valorant for quite a while. based off what I saw on Twitter, this is actually their return to Valorant for the first time in I think what might be a year. And I think we actually played them in NACE the last time they were in, back in one of the divisions in Plus. But it'll be curious to see, as we are going to finally get into round 1
And we all
of
know
the matchup.
And we all know what round 1 is. It's only knives and pistols. I like to call it the cowboy round because it's just nothing but pistols. And it's going to be accuracy and gunplay is what's going to determine these first fights. And whatever team manages to win at least the first 2 rounds will be in a nice, steady economic position to bring out those heavy weapons.
Yeah, what I'm looking to see early here is it's going to be most likely just taking Showers control for Fuel Academy. They want to get the Chamber on an aggressive line as much as possible. Although, actually, sorry, Chamber is on B, so ignore what I just said. But either way, they're going to play for the extremities. That TP on B long is kind of what they want to play for Showers. So if they take control of that, now Chamber is able to teleport whenever. It's going to be this short fight that's going to be the most important part to start the round, because it is 5 walking at the new addition Saint. He is alone for this. Doesn't see the first cross, but will catch Derek on the second peek. But he only has the information that it's 1 so far as the satchels come in.
Right, it's a decent retreat as the exchange to the fire do go out. We might see first blood here, and it goes to Saint with first blood, the new person getting the first kill on the board for Fuel Esports. It's a 5 versus 4, but it does get evened up. NC Basher does take out Saint, making it a 4v4. The entirety of Nichols College is going in for this attack, but a trade out, Kugo takes out NC Basher. It's now a 3v3. Exchange of fire goes out, brings it down to 2v3, 1v3. Fuel with advantage by 2. Grenade goes out. Will they find the final mark? They do retreat, staying to that corner, but they are pinned. It could come down to Nagi to finish it off. The exchange goes out, bang, bang, bang. Not enough, but the suppressing fire goes out. They make them retreat a bit.
30 seconds
This
left.
puts Fuel in a really good advantageous position. They just advance. If they drop 1, they can drop another, but goes for 1. That actually goes to Nichols, but Kugo blasts it out and just blasts them right on top of that cardboard box.
Yeah, the spike down there, nothing Nichols can really do in that situation, just has to hope.
We might
Fuel
see
throws.
first blood here, and it
does
goes
get the
to
first kill,
Saint
but
with
it will be enough people alive that it's not going to matter. And Fuel Academy will take the pistol for our first round of the game. The armor on Saint being the main thing that keeps them alive in that hookah fight. Basher, of course, managing to get the trade out in the end, but enough time delayed by Saint that the rest of Fuel Academy was able to come through that Showers teleport like I was talking in the pre-round. Being able to keep Showers control, there's only so many places that Nichols can go, and at that point it's so easy for Fuel Academy to do the retake.
The 2 outlaws coming out, a shot and a recall, but the shot goes long and does not strike anybody. Saint holding down with that submachine gun. Goes out, smokes them out. They know someone's there. They might not know someone's there. It's kind of hard to tell. They're just waiting. They're waiting. They're waiting. All they have to do is... We're right now in that situation where Saint is, we're waiting for one person to make a mistake. And Kugo is actually the first to fall next, getting the blast onto them. That suppressing fire coming up underneath it. But Claro Lover drops 1, drops 2 with the Outlaw! Back to back! A third goes at Nagi's trying to get the save, but they both go far. They get blasted.
And now Fuel losing control of the A site. The first one to be there will be Claro Lover on Showers, but the Outlaw is going to be devious to get the angle, does get the pick onto the Omen, swinging but missing the shot. He does get the plant canceled off of Basher. Basher can teleport out. It's a regrouped 2v2. Fuel has the information that Basher is short, but has no info on the Sage as Claro with the 4th onto the Ace. As the Sage teleports away to the B site, it's only Shmoney left. And it's a 2 versus 1 for Fuel. Retaking fast through CT. It's only a classic for Shmoney. The flash comes through. They know they're not close. It has to be the far plant. Dogging through. Claro looking for the Ace. Has the information on back site. Does not get the wallbang on the first peak. Looking for 1 more, and there is the Ace to seal the second round.
Vasily Zaitsev, eat your heart out. Claro Lover's coming for your record. An Ace with the Outlaw. Every single shot found its mark. Wow.
That is definitely a way to secure the second round. A little scary for Fuel there. Losing control of the A site on the back of the lurks on both sides of the map. Kugo falling first, draws the rotations.
That was a wall bag.
just through the corner, barely missing that last one. Nothing that Shmoney can do. The Outlaw is such a powerful second round weapon when no one is able to have full armor. And still hanging on into this round. Does have the full Headhunter as well. That's the benefit of Chamber. You can keep your gun, and you still have one. We'll get the body shot, but traded out by the headshot. Once the full armor comes in, the Outlaw doesn't become as strong of a weapon anymore, and you can see right there exactly what happens.
The moment you get that armor, it becomes more luck, and you either got to get that headshot or it's nothing. And now with Fuel being down 1, it's still could be anyone's game. It's a 4v5, but you lost your marksman, so it's going to be a bit of a disadvantage for Fuel Academy. But Nagi is in a perfect position. But the problem is you have Shmoody Boolin with a barrel aimed right at the door. The moment it opens, they're potentially going to get shredded. But Ethan just blasts them out, and now that's going to make the rest of Nichols go off of that barrel. Kugo goes for the engagement of fire, gets one. Will they get the second? Yes, they do. They're attacking. Gets the third! Will they get the fourth, or will Nagi close it out? And Nagi closes out and saves their teammate in the process. Oh, wait, no, it was Saint who got it. Hold on.
Saint from spawn comes in with the Sheriff headshot. Interesting response from Nichols there off the early round pick. Nagi teleports very early on, just keeping that mid pressure. Nichols, instead of going for the rotation, try to stick it out and stay with the B bomb site hit. But it's just not enough. Fuel already rotated, and the late round flank from Nagi enough to keep the pressure on. And Fuel will take the bonus round, and now you can look at the money for Nichols. There's just nothing left. It's just going to be Sheriffs.
But you don't want to underestimate a Sheriff. If you know how to use it and you're lucky with it, a Sheriff could turn the tide of any battle. But see what I say? They had a long rifle, they had a Sheriff, and the Sheriff came out on top.
The Pocket Guardian or the Chamber. And now the benefit of that is it was just the tour de force for Claro. So dying there doesn't lose the gun as Nagi comes in on the teleport flank. The showers crunch, cleans up the other two. There's no gun to recover in the first place. Was still playing for control as two Sheriffs find the picks. Nagi on for 3, gets the 4th as well. We're looking for another ace. 4 rounds into the game, and once again, it's Shmoney Boolin in a 1 versus 2. But Kugo sees on the wrap, but it's Nagi with the second ace of the game.
Another ace for Fuel Academy. Absolutely insane, and we are 4 rounds in. We're not even at the halfway mark. We barely even started.
Yeah, the showers flank from Nagi. Again, playing for this extremity control, keeping control of B-Long and showers. That teleport is such a powerful tool for, even if they're not taking control of showers, it just enables the early rotates from the side of Fuel Academy. And it's been evident so far in this game. Nichols College yet to find a response. The op does come out in this round for Nichols.
Ooh.
But it's not going to be any early engagements. They're sitting back, waiting for Fuel to make a move. Claro already has a deep line on B-Long, and it looks like that's where Nichols wants to move in.
But Claro is waiting and just needs one person to go there. You see the pixel. Oh, misses their kneecap by an inch and goes to the recall. They do manage to fall back, though. But they decide to rebound, and they blast one anyway. Derek up next. He was up next to get shot, that's for sure.
Yeah, the repeat from Claro does at least confirm that there is one more B-Long as well. He's backed off onto a passive angle, and during that fight, Fuel did also clear Showers control, and now they know that A is empty. That was the final lurk. Fuel Academy can look to take control of this B-Bomb site again as Claro Lover peeks in for yet another kill. And in what seems to be a recurring theme, it's Shmoney Boolin left alive again. But this time it's a 1 versus 5, and there is no hope as Saint cleans up the round.
And that is now 5-0. Fuel Academy leading by a dominant performance, not just on the battlefield, but in score as well.
Yeah, the missed op shot, Claro, zero fear to take that back. They had the information that the Sky of Nichols was on the A site. There's no flash to be afraid of. Can swing that for free and continues to do so throughout the round. Claro already up to 8 kills.
So my question for you, if you were Nichols College, what would be your #1 tip to them right now? I think they're playing a little bit too cautiously.
I think at a certain point in the game, you have to just simplify things. If you're looking to take control of this, Fuel has had such a good job in re-clearing the space that they have lost, and with this operator from Claro Lover, I mean, what do? We have full utility on Deebs. I think it has to be that utility to clear him off. You're taking the fights dry. Deebs will manage to find one and does recover a weapon, but Saint is just on a tear with Claro to kick off this game. 6 rounds in a row for Fuel Academy. Yeah, it just has to be something else, something more than this. We see everyone taking these fights dry. The sky is right there with them, but they're still taking these fights back to back to back. It has to be utility to push them off. And this is the disadvantage of playing a comp like this, where we have, you know, the Chamber and the Sage. They're great defenders and they're great being on passive angles, but if you don't have anything to take the angles from them, what are they going to do?
That's the #1 thing, is that Fuel is really good at holding these angles the moment they get a secure thing. You can see Claro gets that to sniper position. He misses the one shot, but recalls. The problem is that Nichols isn't reading into the recall. And Nagi managing to flank again. Gets one. He's in their back line. Does Nichols know this? It seems like they don't, because they're so focused on trying to break through the sniper line that Claro put up, not knowing that the rest of Fuel is going in on them like a bunch of vultures.
Yeah, and they're already about to get punched again as they swing 4 of them. Nagi with the ultimate. Mike find 3 with the ultimate. 4 kills on the round. As soon as he peeks and sees all 4, he knows exactly what he wants to do. You can see the showers crunch again. The ability that this gives you with the control of Long. As soon as the dog comes through, Nagi immediately just comes through the TP. And that is a scary sight to swing in C4, but when you have the Raze ultimate, there's nothing to be afraid of. You see all the bodies drop. 7 in a row now for Fuel Academy.
Let the bodies hit the floor, and that's exactly what Nagi went for. And you can see Claro, Nagi, and Saint, they are competing for top kill leader right now.
Nagi, he only has 1 death still, and I think it was on the pistol round.
Yes.
Now Kugo going to be challenged. Money taking this try, and Kugo will fall. For the first time in what feels like the whole game, Nichols College has found the first 2 picks as Claro falls as well. And they have full control of this B bomb site. It's a 5 versus 3 for Nichols, with lots of ultimates online. The wall comes out, the flank is walled off actually. So Huga control forfeited by both teams, but that's going to be information for Fuel Academy as well. They have to look and hope that Nichols gives them something. This setup is going to be so hard to break.
Gets 1, goes for the reload, gets tagged, falls through, gets 2. Oh my god!
2v2 now.
The 2v2. The spike is still beeping. It's beeping. It's now a 2v2. Oh, goes for the revive. Saint just revives themselves. It's going to be enough. They do manage to resurrect. Return to center and blast them. They have a smoke. They have to go and defuse now. They need to do something. Saint's going for the defuse. Is it going to be enough time?
It's close.
Beep,
I don't
beep,
think
beep,
he's got
beep,
it.
beep, 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 beep. Oh!
So,
very, very close.
And that's... We talked about the Sage in the Chamber just the round before, but you can see what happens now. When they do manage to take that space, the ability of the slows from the Sage just stalls so much. It loses Saint that first fight trying to retake the site. But just the ability to slow down long enough for Nichols as they find their first round of the game. It's not going to be enough to break the back of Fuel Academy just yet. They've still got lots of money to stay in this.
They have a long way to go. They have a long way to go, but if they can play for time and do exactly like that, Nichols can start bringing the points onto, start bringing the points on the board, but Kugo is in a perfect position. If Nichols is not careful.
He's challenged once again. The barrel sticks out. He doesn't know who to shoot. The barrel sticks out and baits him into the swing, and Basher's there to hold. The Raze ultimate comes in. Derek has to find one here. Is he going to get lucky? He doesn't even need it. Ethan falls. And we've now seen a change of pace, but the spike is down along. Nagi has control of the spike and finds 2. They're taking the fights 1 by 1. Finally, 2 people will swing, and Nagi does fall. But that is huge amounts of information for Fuel, as Nichols has had to forfeit most of the site. It's only the Raze left on site as Fuel falls back. Looks like they thought about a save for a second. Claro swinging in will fall. Saint in a 1 versus 3 now. Basher not sure where to look. Might think that it was only the one, but Basher swings and does find the third. A back-to-back round for Nichols off the back of, once again, what seemed to be a pace change so far.
It seems that something happened in Nicholas's comms that they're learning. They're learning.
Yeah, they have stopped. Again, like we were saying, we have to simplify things at a certain point.
Oh,
They've
yeah.
started just grouping. I still think there could be more utility to take these spaces. Shmoney is taking these first fights dry a lot of the time. Got very fortunate there that the barrel baited Kugo into the swing. And unfortunately, Kugo loses that fight. But we've seen a lot more of them grouped up together. And that's just leading them to get these fights a lot more easily than just taking the ones. But this time, a little bit more split as Basher pops the tour de force, waiting for Fuel to make a move first.
And as Nichols prepares to make their offensive known, is it going to be successful or is it going to be stopped? You can see first blood goes to Saint. They go for the recall. They get tagged. Try to blast out the other, but they do get taken out by Bio. It is a 4v4. Bio takes out another, dropping Ethan. That is 2 casualties for Fuel. Bio's now going for the plant. Clara gets blind out and then traded. Deeves dropping them with their own op with the blind. Absolutely caught out. Basher takes out Nagi. And it's all down to a Viper and a Dream. And it's Kugo who gets dropped. And that is a victory for Nichols, only losing 1 and taking down all 5.
Nichols has had a great response in these last 3 rounds. They've seen how aggressive Fuel has been on these early retakes, and you can see Bio's doing it right here. They're taking the space and letting them swing into them. Saint was just holding initially and could have just held that space, but he decided to swing in, and Bio is ready for that. This has been a great response from Nichols into what has been a super aggressive start to this game for Fuel Academy.
And this is honestly the aggression you want to see from Nichols, because this is going to give Fuel some motivation and incentive to meet this offensive head-on or start reading the tactics of break their sides. And Basher drops Clara Lover with the op again. It seems that the reign of the Sniping King has come to an end.
But look how aggressive Nagi has already gotten. They're already up to this trip on the flank. Kugo finds the first, and they've managed to cross the trip. They've smoked the trip off. Kugo will only get the 1, but it's a very fast flank from 2 members of Fuel Academy. They may not be prepared for this because the trip is still active. But Deebs is holding the flank with the op still. Nagi's found. It's a 2 versus 4. Ethan does drop Basher, but it's already a 1 versus 3, and now the flank of Saint is known, but not communicated as Bio falls.
And now it is a 2v1. Looking at the health there of Derek, it's only going to take a sneeze in a couple rounds, but it don't matter as Derek drops him. And that is now making it 7-4. Nichols is climbing up that wall to tie this up.
Fuel has to go back to the basics of what was winning them at the beginning of this game. The 7 rounds gave them a lot of confidence, but it seems like a little bit too much to be able to take these fights. They're still swinging into Nichols, who has been much more patient in this second half, or second part of the first half.
And Nichols, wait, Nichols is doing really good. I'm honestly absolutely speechless by how well they're doing. I will admit, I kind of thought there was going to be a complete dominated first half, but Nichols is proving me wrong. But Clara Lover is back, and NC Basher gets dropped. The first casualty going to the side of Nichols. Or maybe not, as Shmoonin' Boonin' brings out their ultimate and revives them, bringing it a 5 versus 5 yet again.
We can see now, Fuel Academy has made absolutely no moves off of that first pick.
Nope.
Not an inch of space has been changed. They're willing to be patient this round and just wait for Nichols College to walk in. They know the utility hasn't been getting used that often. We're still not seeing a lot from the Sky, and the Sky is actually the one leading the rotate over to the B site, and it looks like Fuel Academy might get caught on a timing here. As Kugo starts to rotate off of B long, takes a bit more of a passive position.
Ooh, the shorty coming out to play. Will it find its mark?
It's going to be a very long fight with the shorty. I'm not sure what's going on here, but 30 seconds left. Nichols still hasn't made a move. Fuel seems to think that it's a B hit. The pressure of the Omen enough, but Kugo will start to hear this soon as the ultimate comes out. And now, Nichols, 15 seconds, they have to commit into this. They see the satchels go through, but not willing to fight as Kugo, willing to just play the time, force them in as Nagi swings through and finds Derek. The plant from Thebes might get committed, but Kugo will stop. There's 4 seconds left. All Fuel needs to do is live, and they have secured the half at 8-4 for Fuel Academy. 1 left, and Shmoney will at least get the kill to close it out. But Fuel Academy, with a resurgence, stops the momentum of Nichols and manages to get 1 more to close out the half.
An absolute solid performance, especially Kugo managing to hold their own, because the moment that happened, you can see everyone who was on A point just started corralling in, and it just became a wave defense for Fuel.
Yeah, now it'll be interesting to see as the sides rotate.
Switching sides.
Nichols has been much more passive in these last couple of rounds on their attack, and I'm curious to see how this will look on their defense as now Fuel in a better position to take these fights to them than they were on the defense side. We saw them get that final round win by playing a lot more passive of an approach, but this is where they're likely going to thrive. Ethan has been a great initiator for them, and they've got enough utility to take these spaces. The Viper Wall puts a lot of pressure as well, as Nichols looks to do the showers play that Nagi had been going for, but Deebs falls, as it's a lot of power in Fuel Academy waiting for them. Only 2 on this site as they're going to look to pop out. The nades come through, the flash gets stuck on triple, but still front sight controlled as Basher looks to swing through, does find the first on the Saint, the spam does not connect. Kugo will trade out, and it's a 4 versus 3 turn, 4 versus 2.
Nagi goes for the plant, manages to secure it. Clara Lover drops Bulin. Is it going to be enough? They're going into the attack, and that is Fuel taking the first victory on the side of the attackers.
And the pistol round once again goes the way of Fuel Academy. Again, this is going to be the side that they thrive on. They have a lot more willingness to take these fights.
That's a good spot.
The Viper, a very classic pick on Bind, puts a lot of pressure with that short wall. It denies a lot of the information and makes people very scared of anyone being able to walk up U-Haul. And if Nichols doesn't have the sky there to clear that out and isn't willing to take that fight, it's just so much map space handed over to Fuel Academy.
And I think now, with them on the attack, this is going to show the offensive. NC Basher actually trying to take a play out of Clara's book, tries to go for the shot recall, but it's not enough as Clara Lover manages to get first blood on the Deebs. Nagi with the judge. Will it find its mark? Oh. It doesn't, as NC Basher puts a round right between their eyes.
He's still alive.
Wait, is he?
Basher got out somehow. I don't know how he got out of that, but he did. Stunned, being sprayed, somehow still managed to get out.
He got blasted with the judge, but he did manage to shoot around into Nagi's face.
We about to see another ace? Never mind. We are not going to see another one. Saint does find 1. And nothing Nichols can really do there. Basher's in heaven with a shorty. Not an ideal angle. They do manage to get a couple, or at least some damage. Oh, the stun from the dog, though. I don't know how he managed to get away from Saint. Looking to get the trade out, but either way, it's a bonus round for Fuel Academy once again. We saw them take this in the first half with a bye for Nichols College. It's all rifles, it's all armor, only 1 on regen shields. And for the side of Fuel, it's just the Vandal for Claro, which I'm interested to see on the chamber, where he has the Headhunter as the backup. But taking the shower space, they know no one is there. NC Basher's pushed up, and Nagi needs to be able to clear this close corner. I don't think he's aware. Nope. He looks at the last second, but Basher finds the first pick of the round, and Fuel Academy immediately into a disadvantage. Taking the orb, Derek up next is caught out by Claro. Thinks it's clear, they've already rotated away from B. It's only the mid player, and I think Kugo's aware. I think he's seen a barrel. He's looking to the right, I guess not. Swings through and finds the headshot onto Deebs.
That was brutal. They get tagged, follow through, rotate, and just put a round clean through, finding its mark. Clara Lover is on the attack, managed to go for the flank. Hooven tries to do some suppressing fire, but that's just gonna give them. And that. Oh my god.
From Clara.
Oh my. Okay, hold on. Let him cook.
But all of Nichols College is here.
Let him
against
cook.
his flank off. They're all
Let
here.
him cook.
He needs
1,
multiple.
2.
The teleport away. It's just a 1v1 on site and a bad time to reload.
No.
The weapon model blocks it, but the spike teleported away safely during the middle of that. It's a 1 versus 1 for Ethan. Has the weapon. I believe that Basher is low as well. Never mind, that's a full shield.
Yeah, no,
I'm just blind.
It's full. It's the only difference. It's a 10 HP difference. Basher at 100, Ethan at 90. Going for the defusal. He goes through.
Oh my god!
Excuse me, I'm working.
What a flick from Basher to close that out. Ethan,
I cannot be mad with that.
not at all.
That was impressive.
Ethan had a great position. Basher wasn't aware at that last moment. It looked like he started to think maybe he could be playing the wrap. And right as he swings, there's just nothing you can do about this. He has to get the first bullet. Basher flicking 45 degrees or more over to his right. Immediately finds the headshot. But it was the bonus for fuel, and you can see the buy for Nichols College. There's only going to be 2 weapons, and the ultimate for Basher. Ultimates for both sides on the chambers.
You want to play?
Likely to
Let's
see a head-to-head, but it doesn't actually look like it is Basher playing top truck for A short.
Oh. They're both waiting. The snipers are just waiting for a mark. A good play there to lock out line of sight. Claro with a really good position. Deebs probably knows if I peek that, I'm dead. Not going to do it. Nagi's going to make their advance a little bit slow. Deebs is trying to bait out that sniper shot. Very much so.
And this Viper wall providing so much pressure for the side of Fuel Academy. Nichols College doesn't have information of if they've been able to walk up U-Haul, and that's drawn a 3rd player over. But Bio finds Nagi to start the round off. The showers lurk. That may even convince them, though, that it is towards this A side where they have their 3rd player. It's Shmoney and Deebs. Deebs with the flash. Doesn't swing off of it. Shmoney finds the first. Deebs uses both flashes. Trying to wall off his Shmoney, but won't find it. Deebs trades back, but is immediately traded out by Kugo.
And
Now it's a
just
2 versus
one
3.
after the other.
And the ultimate comes out. It's so much sight control now for Fuel Academy. The spike goes down. Basher 1 HP. It's not going to matter in the Viper ultimate. They're all going to go down that low. They have the information. All 3 are coming. Ethan finds the first. Kugo just needs to stay alive long enough on the site. Mike gets one from behind. Finds the first on a Basher. It's now 1 versus 2, but he's caught out. The ult drops. They have information on Ethan, but swinging just at the right time as the ultimate falls in the 11th round of the game, or 11th round for Fuel Academy.
And as that's it, just the moment that lack of vision dropped, he was right there. It was all said and done. And this is putting Fuel in a really, really comfortable lead. The bright side is that if Nichols, by any means, starts to rack up points, this is where Fuel has some opportunities to really figure out, okay, what do we know is working, what's not working? You gave yourself a comfortable lead to start. If mistakes start to falter, you know, okay, we know how to shut these out now.
And Basher,
Or you don't even need to.
Basher and Bio have been the strongest players for Nichols College so far, and having Basher drop immediately is going to be a disadvantage. The Boombot doesn't see them immediately. Nagi's not turned, but he looks away to get the bot.
And Derek
4
managed to
versus
get
3
dropped.
now.
Nate goes out. C4 goes out. That goes for the jump. Goes for the other jump. Is it going to be enough? No, he gets blasted out, shot out of the air like a clay pigeon on a Sunday. Bio managed to drop Ethan. That's 2. It is a 3v2 right now. The exchanger going out. Saint gets blasted by Bio. It's now a 1v3. It's all down to Kugo. Is it going to be enough? Kugo drops 1. It's now a 2v3. It's now a 2v1.
He has the spike.
He does have the spike. Is it going to be enough, though?
I think he has a timing where he can look to rotate out. Instead, he's going to take the fights. I don't know if Nichols
7
has the
rounds.
weapons they want for this. It's the Spectre for Deebs. The flash goes through, but no one's able to swing off of it. They're still both back sight. 7 bullets for Kugo. The dog comes through. They're using all the utility. Kugo has to have the information they're both here, and he has the time to rotate. Will elect to do so. Teleport will give him enough time to get the spike down. Deebs is waiting. I don't know what they're waiting for here.
Spike planted.
The timing for them to go was when the plant was going down. They've given Kugo enough time to rotate through the back site as he takes U-Haul control. And now Nichols, they used all the utility on the B site. how do you find out where to go? Shmoney might still have the wall. He does, but nothing's being used. They're still clearing. He knows no one's on the spike. And Shmoney is going to drop.
And he had his back turned. It wasn't, which is there now. Deebs is going for the defuse. This is going to give Kugo the perfect. Kugo drops and the clutch! Kugo played the long game and it worked! As Todd Howard says, it just works!
The immediate kill to start the round for Claro was so key to kick that off because it just kept going trades back and forth. Kugo left in the 1v3 situation at the end, and the first kill given over by Nichols gives him enough time to rotate out, and Nichols just uses all the utility to find Kugo here. He's only 1 HP, the dog gets used, the flashes go out, both flashes used in that situation. And this time where they're waiting was just too much. The wall's still in the pockets for Shmoney, and it just wasn't used. We're already back in the next round. It's now match point.
And now with a heavy offensive coming in from Fuel, they go for the nades. The assault is going out. Nagi goes for the rush, but gets dropped by Basher with the Sheriff. That Sheriff in Basher's hands is brutal, but Claro falls through. Actually misses with the op at point blank range, and Basher blasts Claro with the Sheriff yet again. That's 2 for Basher. It is a 3 versus 5 situation. Nichols with a heavy advantage. Bakugo drops 1. Goes through. Deebs is there on Heaven with a sniper rifle ready to go. Is it going to be enough? You have Ethan watching. Bio drops Saint. Bakugo drops Bio. It is a 2v3. Still advantage to Nichols. It's just been drop after drop. Very fast pace compared to previous rounds. The spike is down, and now that is putting Nichols on the back foot. Time is of the essence. Kugo drops Deebs. It's a 2v2. Ethan is waiting as alongside Kugo. Basher is there. The barrels are out. Kugo fires through, but it goes Derek off next stage drop, and NC Basher drops Ethan. That's everyone down, and there's enough time for the diffuser to go down. That keeps Nichols in play for more rounds. We're still at match point, though.
Kugo was so committed there. He was already in between default and triple. There was nowhere for him to go. Gets lucky with the picks that he's able to stay on site, gets to plant down. Nichols was still a little confused on where Fuel was heading. They didn't know about Kugo's positioning.
Nope.
And Kugo, in yet another one of the clutch situations, unfortunately still managing to get 3, but not enough that time.
And now with Nichols being on the extreme hot seat, this is match point. They have to play flawless for 6 rounds straight.
And that's just to get to overtime. That's just to play for a reset.
Just to get to overtime. Oh!
On both sides of this game, it's been chamber on chamber, taking the head-to-head fights. And I feel like more often than not, we've seen the op lose the fight. As Shmoney gets legged and Deebs gets the trade on Nagi. That op is one of the only real weapons that Fuel has. Kugo's lurking with this stinger and will get his head ripped off by Bio. But that pressure might be enough to hold them onto the B site. You can see the raise of Nichols is still waiting on Showers, has not decided to TP yet. Not convinced that this is the hit for Fuel. The team blind from Nichols. Shmoney will get the 1, but unfortunately traded by Claro. Now the teleport comes in. The raise is on the flank, and the last 2 members of Fuel are stuck here. The Boombot will bounce off. It won't be enough to see. Derek needs to be patient and not greed for this fight as Bio falls.
Oh!
3rd kill for Claro. It's a 1 versus 2. The blind comes through. There's still 30 seconds left, and he needs to come in to take the spike. Weapons recovered.
The Guardian, the op, he has 2 bullets.
There's
2
only
bullets,
2 left.
2
He only
targets.
needs 2. Ooh. Misses the 1. Does have the Headhunter as a backup. He has information on both players now. 20 seconds. Nichols needs to be patient.
Oh!
The first kill goes the way of Fuel Academy. It's a 1 versus 1. 10 seconds left. Still has the Headhunter's bullets. The Seeker will come through. The Seeker's broken. And the ace for Claro. The 3rd ace of the game to close out the game for the side of Fuel Academy. And what a performance from Claro Lover and from Kugo. Really the entire team.
That was absolutely magical to witness, and this is putting the benchmark for what Nichols needs to find a way to meet and counter going into map 2. Because if this is how the team is going to play for game 1, I cannot wait to see how map 2 is going to go. we've established the pros and cons of both teams, and now map 2 is where it's basically the final exam.
I mean, after a performance like that, the expectations have got to be high. At least for us and for both teams here. We saw a great performance from a couple players on Nichols, Bio and Basher. Basher with the chamber, taking the fights into Claro, who was unstoppable for most of that first half, managed to trade it back a lot of times. And there was just only so much that they were able to do. I have very high expectations for the next game, and I'm curious to see how Breeze will go. It's another very op-heavy map, and we've seen a lot of operators this game.
If we have the amount of marksmen that we do for both teams, I remember Breeze at least once, very, very, very long-range capable map. So the long-range engagements is going to be insane to watch.
Yeah, and even if Breeze doesn't go the way, we still go to Haven, which is yet another one of the maps where we've seen so many of the jets, so many of the chambers in the history of the maps. But I'm more curious to see Breeze first.
I am too.
It's the new rework of the map. We've only seen so much of it. But before we get into that map, we are going to take a little break, give everyone a little bit of time, give the team some time to calm down from that last map and the finish of what I'm sure was a great ending for them with the ace from Claro. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Hang tight. We'll be back with map 2 of Fuel Academy versus Nichols College.
We might see First Blood here, and it goes to Saint with First Blood, the new person going in for this attack. But a trade out, Kugo takes out NC Basher. It's now a 3v3. Exchange of fire goes out, brings it down to a 2v1. They can drop another, but goes for one. That is, we're waiting for one person to make a mistake. And suppressing fire coming up underneath it. But Well, I hope you brought your summer drinks and your sunglasses because we're off to the beach. Map 2, Breeze, Fuel Academy versus Nichols College. Fuel Academy going off of a devastating victory against Nichols College in the first map. I'm really looking forward to see how Breeze is going to go. We were saying right before the break, it's a very long-ranged based map, and considering the performance we saw on both sides with Outlaws, Operators, and just the amount of precision gunplay we saw, Breeze is going to be a massacre.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely expecting to see Chamber again, likely for both sides, or at least some very op-heavy characters, which we're going to find out right now. And sure enough, Basher is back on the Chamber. No surprises there. Fairly similar for the rest of Nichols, actually. Well, Derek switching from Raze to the Phoenix, and we've had a role swap. Bio's off of the Omen. Deebs is on to Omen, and Bio's got the Gecko out. But look at the side of Fuel Academy. There's a Harbor in this game, who has also been freshly reworked, who I'm personally a fan of once again. I liked Harbor when he first came out. But interestingly, no Chamber. But what we are getting is the Jet and the Yoru, both characters able to pick up that Operator, both characters able to take that space. Yoru still has to get out of jail free card with the teleport. But noticeably, the people that are on them, it's Claro Lover that's moved off of the Operator role onto Controller, and now Saint has picked up the Yoru.
And I wonder how that single flip in composition is going to determine, because it seems that currently, like, Fuel is going to be starting off on the attacking team this time. It's Fuel starting off on the attack, and Nichols starting off on defending.
Yeah, I mean, it's Breeze. I don't really know what it's like nowadays with the change to
Well, that central area,
this is out of date. This cinematic is the old Breeze. We don't we're realizing right now that we don't have new Breeze cinematics because it just came out like 2 weeks ago. So we don't have new Breeze cinematics yet. This part of the map hasn't changed much. This part of the map oh wait, wow, weird. This is
Hey,
all
folks, welcome to MTV Crib.
These
We're
are
going to Breeze.
older cinematics than I thought. This doesn't exist anymore. No one sees anything. It's still Breeze. We know what map it is. But yeah, I'm very curious to see the difference with the role swaps and, how it's going to come up between, Saint, obviously, now off of the Clove onto a duelist role. Saint, someone who, coming into the tryouts, mostly was a Reyna player and Reyna and Phoenix. A lot of that going around Fuel these days. A lot of ranked players. And Saint was definitely one of those people I would lump into that category. But obviously willing to switch up, play some different roles. We're just taking a moment to get into the game. And here, I'm not sure if we are still alive or not, but
are we live?
Yeah, we're gonna come back. I think we're.
Are we live?
Yes, we are live.
We're still live. Okay,
we're still here.
We're still live.
Slight technical difficulties. We're gonna take a very short break. We'll be right back as soon as we can figure out what I assume is Vanguard being Vanguard. Thank you, Riot Games.
I love technology.
We'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, welcome back, everyone. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. Thank you, Riot Client, for deciding to corrupt game files on round 1 of the game. We are back in round 5. And Fuel Academy has won the first 4. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see how. But we are here. Fuel is up 4-0. A very similar start to the last game. And, well, we're going to see a little less breeze than we wanted to today, unfortunately. But we're still going to get to see it.
And Bio, though, with first blood into this round 5, blasting synced. Nagi with a really good angle. The moment that wall goes down, oh, that wall was just there too much. The wall goes up yet again. We can hear exchanges of fire going out. The spike is down. Nichols needs to find an attack. Needs to find an attack plan now because the more time is of the essence. It is against them. Nagi finds 1, gets blasted out by Derek up next. Derek up next finds 2, blasts out Kugel. Derek up next finds 3. Bio finds the 4th, and that's everybody down. But is it going to be enough time to defuse? Yes, it is, and that actually puts a point on the. Oh, wait, why did
Lots of time. He was waiting for the operator to be recovered, I believe. I'm assuming that's what that was. Not actually sure if I heard one get fired, but it is. Okay, there's the operator. Yep, it is a round win for Nichols as we come back. We seem to be the bad luck charm for Fuel, but either way, still up 4-1. Now, full buys on both sides. We're seeing some ultimates come online. None used yet so far. Actually, it looks like Clara Lover already used theirs 2 rounds ago, and we didn't get to see it. That was while we were gone.
It looks like Nagi's leading on the kill list. It's 7-6-5. Oh my, that could 7-6-5-4. 7-6-5 and then 3
We're
and then
missing
1.
a couple numbers there.
Yeah, we're just
But
missing
it's
a
all
number.
right. Fuel Academy on this breeze should be playing pretty fast-paced and grouped together. And as you can see, Nagi takes the first. Clara Lover trades on one of the mid players onto Derek. And you can see into backside is the side of Fuel Academy. Basher drops. And it's a 1 versus 4 for Bio. The mid lurk from Kugo. Enough to keep control, and Kugo does get the kill on Bio, the 5th round. Fuel Academy. It's going to be a very fast-paced half. Like we said, we were only gone for so long. Already 4 rounds had happened. That should say enough about the speed at which Fuel Academy is going to be moving. This Jet Yoru combination, it's not slow. You got a lot of dashes. You got a lot of teleports. And the ability of this harbor to have the moving walls and the space that you can take with the rework where we can now put the orb through walls like Omen can. So much more pacing that's able to be used on the side of Fuel Academy. And we'll see what looks like it's going to be a mid-split here. They're going to show pressure towards these A doors, but it's actually going to be towards top mid. Derek is up next, and Derek is going to be facing into 3 of Fuel here.
Wait.
Once the decoy goes through, shoots the decoy first, and sure enough, Nagi almost falls, but the decoy is enough to give him the space. Shmoney not sure where to look. Claro swinging secondary with the operator, and now there's 3 members in spawn. Basher's all the way back where they started, and Nagi finds another one. Almost looked like, I don't know if Basher DC'd or what happened, but Kugo lurking all the way through A.
Well,
That
whatever
was a little
happened,
confusing.
well, whatever happened, they all got dropped and that's another point on the board for Fuel.
I don't know if maybe I think Basher DC'd. We can see on the map that Basher wasn't there, and sure enough, there's a timeout coming. So a tactical timeout called by Nichols College. I'm curious to see if this is just time for Basher to come back, or if this is meaning to be a tech timeout. But
Maybe
either
something's
way,
happening on their end, kind of like what we just dealt with.
yeah, I mean it's no surprise that
It's Riot, so
the
like,
Riot.
it's Riot.
Sometimes Riot's a great company. Sometimes the Riot client does funny things.
Yes.
Especially Windows 11 also does funny things sometimes, which
It's Windows.
welcome to computers. That's unfortunately our lives. Yeah. I'm curious to see what else would really be talked about during this timeout. I mean, Fuel Academy has just been so fast-paced. There hasn't really been much that Nichols can do to adapt to it. A lot of fights just being lost. Fuel Academy managing to isolate the 1v1s on a lot of the key players they need to. Shmoney yet to find any activation so far in this half. And they've kind of been targeted on a lot of these hits where Fuel Academy is coming for them, looking for where they're playing, and it's just not working out for them so far.
It's not. I would argue, if I was Nichols right now, honestly, I would meet their aggression head on. Be just as aggressive. Honestly, be unorthodox. Do the plays that you wouldn't even consider doing in a comp setting. Be unorthodox, get them off their rhythm, do the crazy stuff.
There's not many opportunities for them to do so. Saint clearing almost all the way through the site, does manage to get into spawn with the ultimate, fighting deep. Finds the tour de force. The Basher manages to teleport out. Only 40 HP lighter. Basher holding the spawn push. Nagi greeds a little bit. It's a 3 versus 4. But Nichols doesn't really have any weapons as Shmoney falls yet again. Saint getting flashed off. Derek using both flashes. Only the classic though. Nothing is going to happen here. Basher's just got the tour de force. Going to look to get kills. You can't save it to the next round. Does find another on Declaro. This is all good damage. The round is not going to be able to be winnable. He doesn't have the time either way.
Nope.
But it's great damage on the Fuel Academy. He can't keep this gun either way. Manages to recover the Vandal. And now a gun's been handed over. Teleports into spawn. There's nowhere to look. Basher gets another one. And that's a great save from Basher. He manages to pick up the Vandal. Manages to live and takes 4 guns out of the hands of Fuel.
There was a good play by Basher. They still lost the round, but that type of strategic play is unmountable, and that could actually cause some brackets into Fuel's play.
Yeah, and the money, not in a situation where, you know, we're going to be missing out on any weapons on the side of Fuel Academy. But in the long run, if another round like that does happen, it's going to start to hurt. If a round loss comes through here, there's only one more buy for Fuel Academy. That's it. So losing all those weapons does hurt. Claro walking up. Manages to find Derek.
Ooh, the
Yet
jet
again,
knives coming out to play.
It's another first pick going the way of Fuel Academy. And now pinched is Bio. The Sage Wall comes in, but there's a gap. Nagi's up mid. Nowhere for them to go. He's into spawn already. He sees 2. Basher never even turned. I don't think that was communicated by Deeps. As Kugo on the lurk finds him, and Basher's got nowhere to go either. It's another fast-paced round, and that was the operator down 2. The 8th round for Fuel Academy. And you can see Nichols just disjointed on these hits.
And, you know, you kind of just a little bit off the top, giving them a little bit of haircuts, but Kugo manages to follow through and get those final 2 kills to close out that round. The bow coming out to play. Love seeing this thing. I'm always a lover of the bow. The bow and arrow is a classic. Will it find its marks, though?
Sova's a fun character. And
if
on
you
Grease,
know how to use them.
It's so open of a map that Sova has always been a pick on this map ever since it came out. There's just so many angles. Just when everything's open, it's nice to be able to clear things out. Not a lot to hide behind for hiding the darts or hiding from the darts, excuse me. A lot of mid pressure for Fuel Academy, and Saint will take the first fight on the Basher. Derek finally finding the trade on Declaro, who's been walking up onto him for most of this half. Ethan, looking for the first, will manage to find the first pick onto the A side, but immediately leaving. They don't have the information that the A site is actually empty here.
And it's a 3v3. We have 4 ults on the board, 2 for Nichols, 2 for Fuel. 55 seconds and decreasing.
I swear I just heard a Yoru teleport, but Yoru's dead. Am I hallucinating that?
I don't know. Did we hear your teleport? Maybe voices from the grave. Maybe anyone have a Ouija board they're using?
New ability. Yoru can now activate teleports from the dead. It just moves his corpse, I guess. I don't know. Either way, Fuel Academy.
Overnight delivery.
Ult on the site. There's a lot of ultimates on the side of Nichols, and this Gecko ult is a great counter to the Viper. You can clear the whole thing out. Well, look where Nagi is. Nagi is all the way down, deep in mid. He's going to be so late on this rotate. The Phoenix ult clearing it out. Oh no, the Gecko Flash finds him. And now Nagi, late on the rotate. The Phoenix ult goes down and manages to find the op shot. Has to be able to hold. Wings can defuse, but Wings immediately dropped. It's halved. They have to take the fights. Derek swings through. He's hidden behind the corner, and Nagi is not able to find him. Too late to be able to swing. And Nichols manages to find the second round of the game.
And bringing it 8-2. But just like map 1, Nichols has a lot of battles to get through to even bring this to a tie.
It's a very, very long road ahead of them if they want to come back into this. We've seen a shift in who the focus has been on for Nichols. It's been, in the last map, it was a lot of Basher, it was a lot of BO. They've fallen silent on the map of Breeze. Derek has stepped up, taken that
Derek's
top
up
spot,
next.
but Basher is back with an operator in hand.
Gets one onto Saint. Deebs with a really good angle. The tray goes out, but Clara Lover with the wall bang drops them. And now that is a 1-for-1. It is 4v4. Ethan goes for the plant. The spike goes down, and now time is against Nichols. Clara holding an angle. The entirety of Nichols is going to take that northern flank to try and press into the A point from the north side point. However, will Fuel be able to read into this and mount a defense?
They have to be aware of it. Look at the map control of Fuel. They have all of mid and all of the defenders, or all of the attackers spawn. They know that they all have to be coming from defender spawn. Kugo had a pocket in the wall, but he's not going to be able to find Derek immediately. Will finally manage to get him as Nagi finds 2. It's on to just Basher with the off, and Claro swinging through. It's 9-2 for Fuel Academy, and Basher gets the operator back online, comes back online himself with the first of the round. But it's interesting to see Claro Lover switching off of the chamber, going for a harbor pick in this game, but still not putting the operator down. You don't usually see the controllers with the operator in hand. You've seen it a little bit at a lot higher levels of play, but
Well,
it's not a common sight to see.
Well, sometimes it's not a matter of the agent you pick. Some people, depending on the shooters, just have just an attunement to certain firearms in games. And sniper rifles, they operate relatively the same across all shooters. It don't matter your agent, as long as you know how a sniper works, you're going to be fine.
And last semester, he was very much an operator for the, an operator player for the main roster, playing a lot of the chamber, a lot of the sentinels as well. And the A site completely taken over by Fuel Academy so easily. Kugo with the mid lurk finds one. Claro with another, but Basher trades out the mid lurk. Ultimates online that haven't been used this entire half. Ethan finally getting the Sova ultimate off. You can see Derek a little afraid to take this fight, thinking maybe someone's with him. Saint finds Deebs. It's all on to Derek. They have the information. It's a 4 versus 1, trying to save from double digits in the half, but he's got no time as it is. The flash comes in. It's a Judge. Save the KD. He gets 2. Make it 3, but he's going to drop anyways. Save the stats. You might as well at that point. And it's 10 rounds at the half for Fuel Academy on this second map.
Derek straight up said, if I'm going down, I'm taking as many of you with me.
Yeah, and it's just so hard for Nichols. They played a gamble that round. Stacked towards the B site. But Fuel Academy just ripping it into A. No one there to defend. And they've done such a good job of keeping this map control. The lurks of Kugo has been able to keep control wherever they've needed. They've been able to focus their sights right where Nichols is coming. Not a lot of time spent to re-clear these lurks out of mid or from spawn, wherever they're playing through. And he's had so much impact. You can see it in the statistics. 14-4 is Kugo just playing the Viper lurk as we switch over to the defender side.
And now Fuel's defending.
Yes, Fuel on the defender side. Basher the one playing the mid lurk for Nichols College. You can see Nagi's already taken the deep line. This is a lot easier to do on the new version of Breeze, with that mid wall being much higher up. Saint flashes in. He will force Basher off, but you can see Nichols has cleared up elbow. Nagi's going to have a fight here if he decides to swing, but it looks like Deebs is content to hold. Gets the dink, but the armor. Not even the armor, just the 78 damage of the classic. Nagi's enough to stay alive. No armor's going to save you from the Sheriff headshot at that range.
Nope.
And Nichols just looks to funnel through B main. Fuel Academy fully aware. You can see 4 members already here, and they're looking to swing through backside. Basher will find the first, but Saint and Nagi immediately trade back. It's a 2 versus 4 now, as all members of Fuel Academy are here, and it's down to just Derek yet again. But it's a clean retake from the side of Fuel with only 1 member down, and we're already up to 11, and that was a crucial pistol to close out this game.
The steps taken towards victory for Nichols seem to be just falling more and more. It is 11-2. And Fuel has proven on this map too that they are a dominant force. As we are now back into the ecom, we're seeing outlaws being picked. We're seeing some machine guns coming out. The marksmen are being chosen. We know how the long-range engagements can go in this type of map. I am very, very curious, yeah, a little bit concerned to see how these final rounds potentially could go.
Yeah, it's a lot of mid-pressure from Nichols. Nichols looking to just funnel through these mid-doors. Claro is caught out. There is 2 members here, but you can see all of the A space taken by Saint. But he will fall, and now A may fall for Fuel Academy. Claro will find 1. It's just Ethan left to defend the A site against all members of Nichols. Everyone is here. The aiming player is too late, and Ethan finds 2, but Basher will trade him out. It's a 2 versus 2 now. But the spike is down in the corner, and Kugo has information on this. Nichols has to be able to make a play to get it back, and I don't think Shmoney's aware. His back is turned, and Nagi finds the 2, and we're on to match point already.
12-2, match point. It is all coming down to this. If Fuel wins this, they take the series 2-0. If Nichols wins this, it is going to be a long, long climb to just tie it up to bring it to overtime.
I mean, 10 rounds needed.
It's
for
happened
Nichols
before.
It's 10 rounds. We've barely been able to see the responses they've got. They've all come 2 rounds diffused. That's been the only response we've been able to get out of Nichols College, and they're going to immediately funnel into the B site. It's only Nagi here to defend with an outlaw against what is going to be a buy.
Oh!
Finds the 1, but that's all he's going to be able to get potentially. Swings out, gets a little bit of chip damage. It's a 1 versus 1 trade with 4 men on the retake. Claro, fast flanking, Basher's unaware. And all 3 members of Nichols are stuck backside. The molly will come in.
Solid.
Shmoney gets 1 back to make it a 3 versus 3. But Kugo's so close. Everyone's lined up looking for the spray. Transfers back onto the second. And Shmoney is not able to recover. Kugo with 3 kills to finish out the round, finish out the map, and take the series 2-0 after a dominant map 2.
An absolute astonishing play coming out from Fuel Academy. Well done all around and full GGs. And that final fight, Claro with that long-range engagement on the fight, and then Kugo here, he just kept that trigger down and got 1-2, swapped to the sidearm, and just drops the 3rd. Absolute solid way to end it out.
Yeah, just a completely dominant map 2 there. It was so hard for Nichols to be able to find any kind of response. Like we said, we only saw the 2 rounds get diffused. Just the pacing for Fuel Academy. You know, these guys are a lot of ranked players.
Yes.
It's what they know. It's what's in their blood. They just want to run it down at them. And, well, we saw a lot of that. The Jet Yoru combination, pretty good at doing it. And, of course, we will not be seeing Haven, as that is the 2-0 victory going the way of Fuel Academy. I kind of wanted to see some other maps, but also,
It would have been nice.
I mean, I got to see Breeze. Breeze is enough for me.
Yeah, that's true. It would have been nice to see Haven, but Bind and Breeze, the performance on both those maps, especially everyone on Ops, the marksmanship, the gunplay, everyone was hitting their marks.
Yeah, I mean, just the pressure that the Chambers were able to put on each other,
Yes.
especially on Bind. The head-to-head there was entertaining for the entire map, and even for this, we saw Claire Lover still with the operator on Harbor. It's a really unique thing to see, but like you were saying, it's just a play style. It's what he's used to doing, and despite the character not really being traditionally an opper, we have seen the ops get handed over to more roles recently in Valorant, just because with a lot of decline in use of Jet and everyone, there's been a lot more just rifling duelists that we've seen. So it's great to see the head-to-heads come through, and I'm just excited that we got to see them.
I'm excited too. I don't really have anything else really
No,
to say.
it was a great series, dominant for Fuel Esports from the very beginning. Little bit on Bind there, where there might have been a little bit of a resurgence from Nichols College, but adaptation enough to bring it back. But that is going to be us for tonight. We're going to take a look at the schedule for what's coming up for the rest of the week. It is reading week, but we're not going anywhere. We still have a lot of other matches coming up. You can catch us tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we'll be live at 8 p.m., I believe, 8 p.m., and that will be right here. You can find us at twitch.tv/FanshawFuel. And then we'll also be back on Friday and Saturday. You can see the times and games on there. We'll be posting about it on our social media at FanshawFuel. Dragon, thank you for joining me tonight. It's been nice to be back on the casting desk. I haven't been back on the desk, especially not for Valorant, in a very long time.
Yeah, it's been an honor to cast with you. This is my first time getting a chance to cast with you. And with the future streams, you'll be hearing me again. I'll be here casting with Golly Pair for League of Legends, Overwatch, and more League of Legends because we're streaming League of Legends twice.
On Saturday,
for 2 different weeks. So tomorrow night we got League of Legends. Saturday afternoon we got League of Legends. And then we got some Friday Overwatch. Stay tuned. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials. Follow us on our Twitch at twitch.tv/FanshawFuel. I've been Dragon.
I've been Boyce. Thank you so much for joining us. We will catch you tomorrow night. Everyone stay safe. Roads aren't very great in this weather, but hopefully it gets better soon. We'll see you later.
It's 2 a.m. in the club and I've been thinking lately about the night that you left and told me that you hate me. But then man, I seen you kissing at that place we always drinking. Is the reason that I'm singing. One more shot is what I'm missing. I know I will risk it all, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't have to crawl when you gon' fly away with me. The way you lift me up, just can't get enough. Pull me out the dust, then you take me higher. This that love that don't expire, no. I got that undivided love, my fireball. Don't need no drinks when I can vibe with you. Don't need no green when I can fly with you.